Good morning, everyone. Today is the 15th of March. It's Wednesday hop day. I hope you're hopping right along the bunny trail this morning. I hope you're having a good week so far. I've been thinking a lot about the scripture in 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. You ever felt that way? I know I have. You think, why is this happening in my life? Why is this happening? We often ask ourselves the question, why? You know, we're all given things in our life to go through that are not easy. You know, there's a song we used to sing, it's not an easy road. There are trials and troubles. Many all are the heartaches along life's way. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. I've had certain events in my life that when it's happened, it's been a quandary. It's like, why is this happening? What is going on? What is causing this? I think this is what Peter's talking about here. Certain events in our life happen that we are beyond the realm of our explanation, and when we go back and read that scripture, all things work together for good to them that love the Lord and them that are called according to his purpose, we have to say, how in the world can this be good? How can this be good? Seems like it's bad. But what the scripture says is all things work together for good. It doesn't say the fiery trial is in itself a pleasant experience. It says it's working for our good. And we may not understand how it's working for our good at all. I've had many things happen in my life that I could not see how in the world it was working for my good. Okay. In terms of man's logic, it didn't seem logical, it seemed irrational, it seemed cruel, it seemed inhumane. The way I was being treated, it seemed beyond the realm of explanation. I'm glad that Paul put that verse in there, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you. And I've often said that's why I guess I like the song Farther Along so much. Farther along we'll know all about it. Farther along we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. I don't understand why we have to go through some of these trials, some of these tests. Now we are given the reason why we have to go through trials. You know, faith worketh patience, patience virtue, and so on. But it's hard for us to understand how in the world these fiery trials are working in us patience and virtue. It seems like it's working in patience and unvirtue sometimes. 11:36 Hebrews says that others had trials of cruel mockings and scourging, yea, moreover of bonds and imprisonments. You know, Well, 2 Corinthians 8:2, how that in a great trial of affliction the abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abounded unto the riches of their liberality. You know, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were cast into a fiery furnace, a literal fiery furnace, because they would not fall down and worship the image. You know, maybe that's one of the reasons we're in a fiery trial, is because we haven't fell down and worshiped the image of the beast. The trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory of the appearing of Jesus Christ. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Well, that's kind of what's on my mind this morning. These fiery trials we go through, sometimes we don't understand, you know. Daniel 3:21, speaking of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, then these men were bound in their coats, their hose, and their hats, and their other garments, and cast in the midst of the burning fiery furnace. But not even a smell of the smoke could be smelled after they were taken out of the fire. It didn't touch them. You be ready at the time that you hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, the dulcimer, and all kind of music. You fall down and worship the image which I have made. But if you worship not, you shall be cast the same in the hour in the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth out of the midst of the fire. Daniel 3:26. One of these days, we're going to come out of the midst of the burning fiery furnace, you know. And then we will not be asking ourselves the question, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though something strange thing happened to you. You know. So my exhortation to you this morning is, regardless of what you're going through, remember Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Remember Daniel in the lion's den, how God shut the lion's mouth. Remember all the things that the Israelites had to go through in the 40 years in the wilderness. I feel like I've been 40 years in the wilderness. I feel like I've been, a lot of fastballs have been thrown at me, a lot of curveballs, and a lot of knuckleballs. Okay. And I've struck out many times. I've fouled out many times. I haven't hit many home runs. Okay. I'm not trusting in my own abilities. I'm trusting in the completed work of Jesus Christ. That's all I can trust in. You know. Tempted and tried, we're oft made to wonder why it should be thus all the day long. While there are others living amongst us, never molested, still in the wrong. Well, I hope you all have a good day today, and be encouraged. Realize we're just living down here on this cursed earth a very short period of time. God bless.